we move into the Kharkiv front. So at the Kharkiv front, the Russian forces are still operating in this area here, with fighting reported north of Lipsy at Staritsia as well as Voschansk, with the Ukrainian forces seemingly having some massive counteroffensive over at the Voschansk region. So that's the situation. Over at the Lipsy sector, we have a geolocation on the opposite side of the river at Mali Prokhody, where the Lancer hitting a Ukrainian artillery. Whereas on the fighting at near Lipsy, the pro-Russian source reported about the fighting in the north of Lipsy. There is no changes in terms of the situation as per the last situation report. And at Staritsia, Commander, the Ukrainian forces reported that they have defended against Russian attacks in this area here. We have no more intel regarding where the front line actually is. We can only base it on what we have currently, and there is this massive gray zone towards Izhevsk there, which have no more reports coming from it, which is very unusual. We'll just continue to wait and see whether there's more intel coming out from it. And over at the Battle of Voschansk, let me change the mapping. At the Battle of Voschansk, the Ukrainian forces have basically attacked. As I mentioned before, this area here, this is where the main battle is. And the Ukrainian forces basically have advanced further over towards the center. Russian forces, in my opinion, is just defending. They are not really attacking anymore, despite that our mapping put it as attacking. But because this is based on how the report is written, they simply say that there is fighting over there, and because this is a Russian offensive, I'm going to put it as a Russian offensive. But generally, the Ukrainians are actually making the advance. Actually, in fact, yeah, I can't really write it there. Anyway, over at this remaining bridge in the center part of Voschansk, the Russians blew it as well. So the Russian has blown this bridge as well. Basically, you can see that this is already gone. Now this is gone. So this is the only one remaining right now, where the Ukrainians are now feeding troops into the northern side of this river. And if you follow this river on, there is the next bridge is around here at Taike. This is already blown up by the Russian forces, and you follow the river further. This bridge, also the next bridge is also destroyed. There's one more here that is not destroyed yet, and if you move further, yet another bridge around here has been destroyed. The Russians have basically blown all the bridges, almost all the bridges, in this region, in this entire sector of the Voschansk sector, and this is clear indication that the Russians have no plans to go south of the Voschansk river. Wrong color. They have no intention to go south. This is the plan. It's just a diversion. It's just to attract Ukrainian attentions, and I think it's a bit sinister that they actually left this river open, this bridge open, because now the Ukrainians is going to just feed through this location to continue to counterattack. And basically, they are now going into a kill zone. And as you can see, this thermobaric strikes basically kills anyone that is holding the front line over there. And the Russians are just going to continue this action against Ukrainian forces. And the Ukrainians, being the Ukrainians, will just continue to feed troops into this salient and then just get wiped out. This is what I think is currently happening, and it's extremely sad if this is the case. But of course, I can be wrong, no. But from so far, the observation of the war so far, this feels a lot like what the Russians are doing. So, yeah. So that's all for the Kharkiv front. We move into the Kupiansk front.